In 1901, off the coast of a tiny Greek island, sponge divers made a discovery that would challenge everything we thought we knew about ancient technology. They were searching for sponges in the crystal blue waters near Antikythera when they found something extraordinary. A shipwreck from antiquity bronze statues emerged from the depths. Marble fragments told stories of luxury, but hidden among the treasures lay a corroded lump of bronze and wood. For decades it sat forgotten, dismissed as just another artifact until someone looked closer and saw something that shouldn't exist. Gears precisely cut bronze gears from 2,000 years ago when the world was supposed to be primitive. The ancient Greeks had no machines like this Rome conquered with swords and shields, yet here was evidence of mechanical complexity that defied history. What was this device? Why was it on that ship? And how could ancient minds create something so impossibly advanced? The answers would take a century to uncover, and when they did, they would rewrite our understanding of human ingenuity itself. The corroded mass looked like nothing special green with the patina of centuries twisted by 2 millennia underwater. Yet something glinted within X-ray technology revealed the truth layer upon layer of bronze gears, wheels within wheels, a mechanical universe trapped in time. 37 bronze gears cut with extraordinary precision teeth, measured to fractions of millimeters, assembled in a configuration that modern engineers could barely comprehend. The craftsmanship was breathtaking. Each gear wheel hand-forged, each tooth carefully shaped with tools we can only imagine. But this was no simple clock, no basic timing device. The gear ratios told a different story, one of astronomical sophistication. The largest gear had 223 teeth. Others had 127, 64, 38 numbers that seemed random, until astronomers recognized the pattern. These weren't arbitrary measurements. They were the mathematical keys to predicting the movements of celestial bodies. The moon's phases, the sun's annual journey, the wandering paths of planets, all encoded in bronze and mathematics. Someone in ancient Greece had built a computer not with silicon and electricity, but with bronze gears and human genius. The precision was staggering, the complexity overwhelming. This device could calculate what scholars thought impossible for its time. Ancient texts began to make new sense. Cicero wrote of a device built by Archimedes, a bronze sphere that showed the movements of sun, moon, and planets. He described it with wonder, calling it a miracle of engineering. Now we knew he wasn't speaking in metaphors. Archimedes, the great mathematician, had indeed created mechanical marvels, devices that moved like clockwork centuries before clocks existed. Other sources mention similar machines. Posidonius built astronomical devices. Hipparchus calculated celestial cycles. The ancient world was alive with scientific innovation. But the Antikythera mechanism wasn't unique. It was part of a tradition, a school of mechanical astronomy that we had completely forgotten. Archaeological evidence supported this. Other fragments found across the Mediterranean, pieces of similar gear trains, remnants of a lost technology. The Greeks didn't just observe the stars, they mechanized their movements, turning astronomy into engineering, mathematics into bronze and wood workshop. Evidence emerged from Rhodes bronze working techniques, specialized tools for cutting gear teeth, the infrastructure of an advanced industry. This wasn't the work of one genius, but an entire community of craftsmen, mathematicians, and engineers working at the cutting edge of their time. But the device found near Antikythera was likely made in Rhodes around 100 BCE in a workshop that produced mechanical wonders. It was part of a school of mechanical astronomy that we had completely forgotten chapter in the history of science. Modern computers helped unlock the mystery. CT scans revealed hidden inscriptions. 3D imaging showed gear relationships. Digital reconstruction brought the machine back to life. The device was an analog computer designed to predict astronomical events, eclipses, lunar cycles, planetary positions, all calculated mechanically. Turn the main crank and bronze gears would rotate, showing the positions of celestial bodies for any date, past, present, or future. The front displayed the Greek calendar, 365 days marked in bronze. The back showed lunar cycles and the positions of known planets. It could predict eclipses, decades in advance, calculate when Venus would appear as morning star, show the changing phases of the moon. The mathematics were sophisticated, using epicycles to model planetary motion, the same concepts that would later appear in the work of Ptolemy and Copernicus. But how did they achieve such precision without modern manufacturing tools? The gear teeth show evidence of a dividing engine or equivalent device. Some gears were cut so precisely that modern machinists express amazement. The tolerances achieved rival contemporary standards. Alternative theories emerged. Some suggested alien intervention, others proposed time travelers, but the evidence pointed to human ingenuity. The Greeks had developed advanced metalworking techniques, mathematical understanding of astronomy, and the engineering skills to combine them. No supernatural explanation needed, just human brilliance applied with patience and precision to solve the puzzle of the heavens. This was technology at its finest, pure mechanical computation, solving complex problems with elegant bronze solutions that echo across the centuries. The fall of Rome changed everything. Wars scattered, the craftsmen libraries burned, taking knowledge with them. The tradition of mechanical astronomy died. For over 1,000 years, the technology lay forgotten. Islamic scholars preserved some texts, but the practical knowledge vanished. Medieval Europe rediscovered gears and monastery clocks and mill wheels, but nothing approached the sophistication of the Greek device. It wasn't until the Renaissance that clockmakers began to match the precision and complexity achieved in ancient Rhodes. John Harrison's marine chronometers showed similar mechanical mastery, but that was the 18th century, 1,500 years too late. Modern research continues. New fragments occasionally surface each piece, adding to our understanding of this remarkable technology. Digital reconstructions now exist. Functional replicas have been built, demonstrating that the ancient device worked exactly as intended. Museums worldwide display models. Visitors marvel at the bronze gears, trying to comprehend how ancient minds solved problems we consider modern. The mechanism challenges our assumptions about technological progress. Innovation doesn't always move forward. Sometimes it moves sideways or stops climate change. Ocean acidification are degrading underwater archaeological sites. Each storm potentially destroys irreplaceable evidence of human ingenuity. Contemporary computer scientists study the device, learning from its elegant solutions, mechanical computation principles that remain relevant today. The Antikythera Mechanism reminds us that human creativity has ancient roots. Our ancestors were not primitive, they were innovators working with different tools. What else have we lost to time? Bronze corrodes in seawater, wood rots in buried ships, papyrus crumbles in forgotten libraries, taking secrets with it into silence. The Antikythera Mechanism survived by accident, protected in its bronze case preserved by the sea that destroyed its ship, waiting 2,000 years for discovery. How many other devices existed in workshops across the ancient world? Mechanical marvels that solved problems we've had to solve again centuries later. Perhaps the Greeks had steam engines, maybe the Romans built computers. Possibly the Egyptians created machines that would astound us today. We assume technological progress is linear, that each generation builds upon the last, but the Antikythera mechanism proves that knowledge can vanish completely. Human ingenuity transcends time. The desire to understand our universe drives innovation across millennia, whether in bronze gears or silicon chips. The ancient craftsmen who cut those gears felt the same satisfaction as modern engineers programming computers, solving puzzles, understanding patterns. We are not the first to mechanize knowledge, not the first to build calculating machines, not the first to dream of devices that could predict the future. The bronze gears still turn in replica, demonstrating principles eternal that mathematics and engineering can unlock the secrets of the cosmos. In our age of digital computation, the Antikythera mechanism reminds us that the human drive to understand needs only ingenuity and time. What mechanisms wait in the depths? What knowledge sleeps in museum storerooms? What innovations of the past might yet transform our future? The gears of Antikythera still teach us that the ancients were not so different. They looked up at the same stars and built machines to understand them. Perhaps that is the greatest lesson hidden in those bronze wheels, that human curiosity is eternal and ingenuity finds a way